So in order to edit the face the way we're supposed to, first we're going to take the clone stamp tool here. Make sure that we have the layer selected. We're going to hold down the Option key, click above the mole here, and then click over the mole. Now please note that you can use the bracket keys next to the letter P to make the brush bigger or smaller. So if your brush is way too big, consider using the left bracket key to make it smaller. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come down here and we're going to click on create a new layer, and then we are going to grab a brush and we're going to grab a color, and we are going to color the eyes in like so. Now you're going to say to yourself, that looks terrible, and you would be right by saying so. We're going to change the blending mode here. Now it's right above the layers and it says normal by default, but we're going to click this and we're going to move it down to color. So the only thing that's going to move from this layer and be preserved when it is composited with the layer below is the color, as you can see here. Now we're going to grab the zoom tool. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit here, and you can use spacebar when you hold it down to kind of drag your clip around. Notice how spacebar changes me into a hand like so. And then I'm going to grab the eraser tool, which in my case is way too big, so I'm going to shrink it down. I'm going to make sure that my eraser is soft. You can make hardness and softer. I want it pretty soft. And I'm going to go ahead and just erase around the edges here, like so. Erase a little bit more of the middle. Okay, I'm going to come over to the other eye. I'm going to erase some of this, like this, as you can see. Now, if I don't like this color, I can go up to Image, Adjustments, Hue Saturation, or, as you can see right here, the shortcut, Command U. Command U will open up this here, and I can change the hue, which is another word for color, to make it any color I want it to be. I can choose something that I think looks good. If I want to, I can clean up a little bit until it looks just right. And then we're done with the eyes. Now to color her hair, we're actually going to make an entirely new layer here. And I'm going to go ahead and choose a color. We'll leave it this purple here. I'm going to make my brush bigger using those bracket keys next to the letter P. And I'm going to color on, oh, this is the brush tool. Sorry, that's the eraser tool. Brush tool, make it bigger here, and we're going to color on the hair. Now, can you see how the edge here is really hard? If we actually go over here and make the hardness softer, you'll see a difference. See how this is softer? It like more fades in a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and use that just to make it a little softer here. And I am going to attempt to get her eyebrows. Crazy, I know. Now I'm going to go to normal, my blend mode, and make it color again. I'm now going to go to the eraser tool, which I've already made pretty soft. I'm going to get rid of some of this stuff here. And it's looking a little better here. Good. Now, when I'm doing the eyebrows, let me show you a little trick. It's really hard to get really clean on the eyebrows. So I'm actually going to come up to where it says opacity, which is how much you can see through it when you color or erase something. And I'm going to turn it down. And then I'm going to make my brush smaller. And I'm actually just going to brush over several times this area. Oops, keep right-clicking because I don't actually have a mouse with me right now. And then if I work with this a little bit, I'll be able to clean it up so that it works pretty well. If that makes sense. Hopefully it does. Then you're just going to clean up around the edges. Clean up this stuff over here as you go through until eventually you have it looking the way you want it. So this will take a little bit of time, so I'm just going to go ahead and let you go at this point. But by the end of cleaning this up, you should have a pretty good image. Good luck.